everyone. Today's discussion is going to be about the 1099 forms that the IRS uses. Most of you are probably not aware that there are 12 different types of 1099 forms that the IRS uses. Yes, 12. In this discussion, I am going to briefly summarize the purpose of each of those forms and what those forms are. So let's start with, in my opinion, the most commonly recognized 1099 form, which is the 1099-miscellaneous form. This 1099 is issued to independent contractors, those who work for themselves. The form is also used to report non-employee compensation or any miscellaneous income that may have been paid to a taxpayer during the tax year. Next, there is the 1099-INT form. INT stands for interest. This form is issued when a financial institution pays you interest of $10 or more during a tax year. And yes, this is taxable income. You also have the 1099-DIV. DIV stands for dividends. This form is issued to investors to report all taxable gains and dividends that have been paid to them throughout the tax year or for that tax year. And it's issued by either investment companies, mutual fund companies, or brokers. That's the 1099-DIV. There is also a 1099-B. B as in boy. This form is used for barter exchanges, which is an exchange of something other than money. That's the 1099-B. There is the 1099-A, which is used when there is an acquisition or abandonment of secured property. There is the 1099-C, which hasn't been around very long, but it's probably the most hated 1099 form there is. Reason being is the 1099-C form is issued for cancellation of debt, which in most cases is taxable income unless you meet one of the exceptions to not include that cancellation of debt income in your gross income. I'll talk more about that a little bit later as to how you can find out whether or not you meet an exception or not. But for now, the 1099-C is issued again for cancellation of income, such as bankruptcy, credit card debt, or debt on a secured property, such as when you have short sales or if your property was foreclosed on and you owed an amount more than what it was sold for. Now again, in some cases, this income is not going to be taxable to you, and I'll briefly explain to you why and how a little bit later. There is also the 1099-SA form, which is used for distributions from health savings accounts or medical savings accounts. HSAs, or MSAs. And this is taxable income as well. There's the 1099-Q, which reports, or shall I say, which is used to report distributions from a Coverdell education savings account. There's the 1099-R, which is used for distributions made from IRAs. There is the 1099-CAP, which does not refer to individual taxpayers, but it's used to report significant changes in corporate control and capital structure of a business organization. And then last, there is the 1099-LTC, which is used to report long-term care benefits and accelerated death benefits. Those are the 12 types of 1099 forms that are currently being used by the IRS. Again, there's the 1099 miscellaneous, the 1099 INT, 1099 OID, 1099 DIV, 1099B, 1099A, 1099C, 1099SA, 1099R, 1099Q, 1099CAP, and the 1099LTC. For more information regarding the various forms, you can refer to the IRS website at www.irs.gov. That's www.irs.gov. Now, let me just briefly tell you a little bit about those exceptions as to when you don't need to include 1099-C income. Let me give you an example. If your principal residence was foreclosed on and you had a cancellation of debt because of that, because it was your principal residence, you meet an exception to be able to not include that in your gross income, but it's not automatic. You will need to complete a Form 982. Again, you will need to complete a Form 982 to not be able to include that income. There are other exceptions such as insolvency, bankruptcy, and a few other exceptions that apply as well. For more information regarding the exceptions, you can again visit the IRS website, or you can Google the Mortgage Forgiveness Act. In either of those places, you will find information regarding the cancellation of debt exceptions and what is included in your gross income or what can be excluded from your gross income regarding cancellation of debt. Now, as this concludes my discussion on the 1099 forms, before I go, I would like to mention that I do have a federal tax website, which is located at www.audiotaxhelp.com. That's www.audiotaxhelp.com. AUDIOTAXHELP.com. On that site, you will find over 88 different topics, audio recordings, relating to tax matters. I am also an expert on a reputable online Q&A question and answer site. My username is tax.appeal.168. That's tax.appeal.168. If you Google that, or Bing that, or type it in AOL, you will see a link to many questions, or you will see links to a number of questions that I have answered for people regarding various tax matters. You will also find my other videos that I have recorded in relations to various tax matters. Visit my website or Google my username today for more information. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I do hope that this video has been able to help make your life a little less taxed.